seen a party this big before. We're overjoyed, it's fantastic, it's been great.
And a star-studded event too. Jane, who have we seen on stage tonight?
It's fantastic. Orbital were brilliant at midnight. Stereophonics rocked the house. Lightning Seed, Space. It was just mega, wasn't it? We've had a great night. And loads of happy faces.
Absolutely, lots of very happy faces. Now, you two have been working on this event for over a year now. Is it everything you thought it would be?
Sorry?
Is tonight everything you thought it would be, James?
Even more, it's amazing. We're just delighted with the way it's all gone and everything's gone really smoothly. 25,000 people here, we're blown away.
Brilliant. Well, one of the biggest bands in Britain adorn the stage tonight with one of their biggest hits. They are, of course, the mighty Stereophonics, and this is Bartender and the Thief.
Tell you what, it's all happening in
Cream. That makes me slightly hysterical, the thought of being stuck in there in 25,000 people. The heat must be unbelievable.
Really?
You can tell I'm getting old.
Yeah, well, it's a sign. We had 15,000 people down at Greenwich, but that was, what was that, 25,000 people? Is that what they said? Extraordinary. Incredible. Are you a big Stereophonics fan?
I actually don't look so surprised. I do like them.
I wasn't surprised at all.
Michael Parkinson and Michael Burt before, me singing along to Manic Street Preachers. You should have seen them. Oh, do you know this? I went, yeah, I love it.
Great. Hopefully we'll be able to dig that out and play it a little bit later on. Anyway, Louis Armstrong, the great jazz pioneer whose 100th birthday will be celebrated this year, radically altered the way musicians thought of and played their instruments. Over in the UK, a group of musicians are pushing back musical boundaries and taking Armstrong's contributions even further.
Hi, thanks very much indeed, Jamie. Yes, here we are in Chapeltown in Leeds. We've got some fantastic stuff going on here. We've actually got some brilliant African drummers who I think, if we ask them really nicely, might give us a bit of a rendition. The whole world is watching you, guys. Give us a go, please. Off you go. Yeah. Go. Yes, absolutely fantastic stuff. We're going to have a camera. Thank you very much, camera over here. This is brilliant stuff. Now, we are here in Chapeltown, and this man is responsible for letting us in. His name is Steve Byfield, and he has this party every single year. Steve, tell us all about it. Why do you have a party here every single year?
Don't tell people that.
Yeah, man. No, come on. Why do you have a party every year?
Well, don't you like to have a good time?
I do indeed. And why so many different styles of music have you got here tonight?
It's a big life out there.
Go on, more than that. The whole world's listening. Tell me a bit more.
Loads of music. We like to mix it up because we know a lot of music.
Brilliant. Okay. Steve, thank you very much indeed. Now, no worries at all. We've got some brilliant stuff here. We have got rappers here tonight. We have got people doing poetry. We've got all sorts of stuff here. I don't know whether if Jamie's still listening. I mean, have you ever had a go at probably doing a little bit of that drumming yourself, Jamie? Because you sound like a man who's got a bit of rhythm. Can you hear me at all up there? He's not answering. That's because he's too scared. We've also got upstairs. We've got a fantastic sound system. Yeah, you can hear me, Jamie. Are you a drummer, Jamie? Are you a drummer, man?
Not much of a drummer. That just looked like just a normal Christmas round at the Roslin household, though. I don't know how you think about that. I think it's more Gabby's scene, Tony. It looks fun, though.
It's absolutely brilliant. In fact, some of these clothes, I think they've been modelled on what you guys are probably wearing in the studio. It's brilliant stuff here. Anyway, that's it from us here in Leeds. Please come back. We've got loads more stuff. We'll see you soon. Back to the studio.
Thanks very much.
By the year 2000, there will be 820 million telephone lines on the planet. But in a single day, the phones connected to these lines still generate less electrical impulses than the human brain. By the year 2000, there will be 420 million mobile phone users. The computing power of a single mobile phone today exceeds that used in the first Apollo mission to the moon. By the year 2000, the world's phone calls will travel 320 billion kilometres each day. 50 times further than the edge of our solar system.
In the show, we've been giving you the most incredible facts and figures and more there. Now we're going to dip in and out of the country and find out how everybody's been celebrating. First of all, we're going to go to Newcastle.
Earlier this evening there were some spectacular scenes down at one of the 3 war memorials in Newcastle, and the reason we're here is because Geordies have always believed in honouring their dead, and they've chosen to remember them at the end of this millennium with the spectacular from Trans Express. For their finale, 2 drummers swinging on a huge pendulum aboard their giant drum beat out a rhythm which is picked up by these drummers below. Together, they represent those of us on Earth, here and now. While 60 feet above their heads, would you believe, and representing our heavenly forebearers is this giant mobile with a trapeze act and a string quartet. Now, the earthly sound of the drums, mingled with the otherworldly sound of the strings, build up to a grand finale that they call the 2000 Strokes of Midnight.
Sorry, are you?
Yeah, no, it's
you
there.
busy doing something
No,
else?
that's where it is.
Oh, I see.
We've been
I
watching
haven't
it all
actually
night.
seen behind me yet. That's the first time I've actually looked round and it's there.
That's why you've been wondering why I keep looking at your shoulder, because I'm looking over your shoulder there.
Did you see the acrobatics there?
I know, we were watching it all night. That's what you've been missing.
But now, you see, I'm now enthralled by all this, because obviously it's the first time
Actually,
I've
you really
seen it.
was. You were sitting there.
But I tell you what, that's nothing compared to what's happening in Coventry. Take a look at this.
Thank you, hello and welcome to Coventry. Behind me are the medieval spires of St Michael's, Coventry's old cathedral, destroyed in the Blitz of 1940, and Holy Trinity Church, both right here in the heart of the city. This is a unique location for one of the last remaining challenges for tightrope walkers, because tonight those 2 spires are linked by 260 feet of steel wire. Here's a sample. It's only 11 millimetres thick. Hundreds of people have gathered here in the centre of Coventry to watch as 27-year-old Raymond Kelvin Jr., a 5th-generation tightrope walker, pauses as he steps onto the wire of Holy Trinity Church.
incredible.
I don't know what the man was doing.
Mad.
Did you notice we had an earpiece? Did you see that? Obviously had people telling him what to do.
Exactly.
Left a bit, right a bit, straight on.
Very straight. Keep straight. Well, now we're going back to the States and to somewhere which can lay claim to being at least one of the places where rock and roll was born. Right down there on the Louisiana coast, we're going to New Orleans.
A party going on. There's a party going on. Where fun is number one. So come on. There's a party going on right now. In the heat of the South, down in New Orleans, in the land of the good times and Cajun queens, where to tickle the ivory all night long. Come on, everybody, there's a party going on. And it's wall-to-wall fun for everyone. And there's plenty enough to go around. So put on your dancing shoes and get in the groove. You've got nothing to lose but the moves. Drink, drink, drink and be merry. Drink, drink, drink in the city of the mighty. Drink, drink, drink and be merry. There's a party going on, a party going on. There's a hearty party going on, and fun is number one. So come on, there's a party going on right now. There's a party going on, a party going on. There's a party going on. Going on, a party going on. There's a party going on, party going on. We will be back after this for a New Orleans tradition that took a brand new meaning today.
We have prayed, we have sung, we have meditated about all the tragedies and the problems, all the negative things of the old century, of the old millennium, and we want to bury all our problems, especially the evil problems in our life.
I'm Wanda Ruzon, and I'm your Grand Marshal for today. Taking this Millennium Jazz funeral on home. We're gonna have a hot time in old town. For a second now. Check it out.
The funeral itself has its roots in African tradition. When one died, he had to have a proper or fitting burial. And then there was a parade of mourners who followed doing chants and rhythms. The Treme neighborhood is the oldest African-American neighborhood in this country. Many of the jazz greats known all over the world either lived in Treme or played their music and spent many of their days in Treme. The dirges that you hear in the beginning of a jazz funeral came from the French martial type of music. And now we're on our way to Basin Street. Ah, Basin Street, my Basin Street. Child, it's the place where the old folks meet. Down in New Orleans, it's where jazz was alive in all the brothels and whorehouses. We're on our way, though, to the cemetery, to St. Louis number 1.
We are here today to declare the end of the old millennium and the beginning of the new millennium. And with the old millennium goes so many of the great triumphs, but also the tragedies as we start fresh and we start new to embrace the new millennium.
We are hearing the joyous, up-tempo, second-line beat music because the millennium is cut loose and on to better days we go. Whew, what a second night. Child, I have jumped on my feet, I have clapped my hands, and I have shook my booty. And that's what brings it all down home, down to New Orleans.
It seems so weird, doesn't it? They go, they have this funeral, and then all of a sudden they're partying, they're having a good time. What they were doing there, apparently, is saying goodbye to the old millennium, burying the old millennium, saying hello to the new. But that's an old tradition in New Orleans. They have this funeral where they're very, very quiet, and then they have a good old party. I think we're going to go back to New Orleans, actually. I think we're going to have another number in Storyville. Amazing. Jazz trumpeter Nicholas Payton. He's great, isn't he? In Storyville, that's the heart. You know, you've been to New Orleans, isn't it? That is the heart of the jazz district.
Is it on? I've been in. Is it on Bourbon Street?
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to. Funny enough, myself and Zoe Ball, who we all know, we were invited to New Orleans to go and ride on a float in Mardi Gras, which is one of the biggest honours that you can do on this
Oh, amazing. Mardi Gras, that's in February, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
They keep on partying.
So, I was actually on a float with Stevie Wonder, Harry Connick Jr., Quincy Jones, myself and Zoe Ball.
How's
that? Extraordinary. They drive the floats into this huge hall, and everyone's throwing their beads and stuff like that. And there's going, and now, two of the biggest TV stars from Europe, Miss Zoe Ball and Jamie. And of course, everyone's, I don't know. They had no clue who we were.
We don't know
but it
who
was
they
fun.
are. And voodoo's a big thing there as well.
Yeah, no voodoo whatsoever.
No. Okay, all right. Well, we're going to we'll leave it there, I think. We'll have more music a lot later, but first we're going to catch up with all the global goings-on and go to Tony Robinson, who's been dropping in on some of the planet's best parties. Tony, what's been happening up there?
Some pretty heavy name dropping from Jamie there at 2:30 in the morning. But we've been looking at pictures over the last hour or so, and the BBC editors have been snatching them up for you so that we can show you the very best. In fact, by the end of the day, I reckon that viewers to the BBC will have seen more people celebrating the Millennium than viewers of any other television station in the whole world. The first pictures that we want to show you are from Mexico. These are actually from the ancient city of El Tajín, and it's the ceremonial dance of the Totonac people. And those wonderful headdresses are the headdresses of the Quetzal bird, and they signify the sun and the planets rotating round and round. They go on for hours dancing like this to cleanse the soul and ask for a renewal. A bit like a lot of clubbers in Britain will be doing over the next few hours. The Indians have actually travelled for miles and miles to come here for this celebration. That's called the Pyramid of 365 Niches, that building in the background. Of Galatia, so there's a big Gallic Celtic influence. No castanets here. Now, this is a bit romantic. This is an ice wedding in Sweden. It's a hotel made completely of ice, about 200 kilometres from the Arctic Circle. It's a Swedish man and his wife is a Sami. That's the people that we used to call the Lapps. Now the best countdown to the Millennium must go to Rio de Janeiro. Well, I reckon that countdown was brilliant, and we'll be showing you the Millennium from all over South America in about a quarter of an hour or so, maybe a little bit later than that. So, back to you on the studio floor.
Thanks so much, Tony. Extraordinary. Was that
ice wedding?
I know. I'd love to go to that ice hotel as well. The one they build every year. It would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
Very
you wouldn't
cool.
be short for something in your drink.
Absolutely no central heating.
No.
What I've been told.
Very cool.
Anyway, well, in a few moments, we're going to be looking at some more music from around the country and the world. Coming up, we've got Jean-Michel Jarre from France, Björk from Iceland, and the legendary Cliff Richard from Weybridge. So stay with us, but first, as you know, I was at the amazing Millennium Party concert at Greenwich earlier on, and here are some of the bits you didn't see.
Holding back the year, thinking of the fear I've had so long. When somebody here listen to the fear that's gone, strangled by the wishes of Peter, hoping for the arms of Mater, get to need us sooner or later. I'll keep holding on, I'll keep holding on, holding back the chance for me escape from all I've known. 'cause nothing here is grown. I've wasted all my tears, wasted all those years. Nothing had the chance to be good, nothing ever could, yeah. Whoa. I'll keep holding on, I'll keep holding on, I'll keep holding on, I'll keep holding on, holding so tight.
Well, that was what was happening in Greenwich.
We were dancing
a little bit later when you
was,
were.
yeah.
I enjoyed it. But I tell you what, it's also happening in Manchester. Let's go over to Angela Griffin to find out what's going on.
In the Castlefield area of Manchester, the Millennium Bug was defeated in the most spectacular way. A huge metallic bug has emerged from the canal, terrorising the crowd. The people of Manchester United have formed the binary number 2000, which destroyed the bug's power. Beautiful butterfly arose to take us into the new millennium.
Thank you everyone for helping me escape. I am the spirit of 2000 and there is no need to be afraid. I have been trapped inside the bug since it was first born. But now that you have set me free, I can wish you peace for the new millennium. The only way I could escape was if you all joined together and truly believed in the future. Most of our fears are only man-made dragons, and there is always a way to slay them. Just work together, and goodness will always triumph over evil. Let there be respect for the earth, for its people, love in our lives, delight in the good, forgiveness for past wrongs, and from now on, a new start. Happy New Millennium.
That was from one Millennium Bug. To find out about more, and I have to say, you get the best top of the whole show, Philippa Forrester. Great top, girl.
Thank you very much.
Tell us about the bug, please.
I'll tell you about the bug rather than my top. Nearly 3 hours into the new year and Bugwatch is still on duty. So, looking around the world, the trouble is there's not a lot happening. There's the world. Moving into Japan, we had a couple of incidents in Japan. They were the worst hit, but by minor problems in nuclear monitoring power stations and the failure of a computer which handles flight information for small planes and helicopters. Though it's not confirmed, all those incidences are thought to be bug-related. Across the rest of the world, moving Southern Asia, the Middle East and Europe, governments are sounding a cautious all clear, and that's true here in the UK too. So far, there don't seem to be any problems here at all. But we must stress that we are only 3 hours into the new millennium, and I think, well, we all think that problems could hit when everyone goes back into their offices, because no one's there at all at the moment. So that's the bigger picture. That's what's happening around the world. What's happening in our homes? What's happening around you now? Well, things like your appliances in the kitchen, microwaves, toasters, kettles, all the rest of it, they don't care what date it is, so they shouldn't be affected at all. This computer, look at this. We've kept this running, and it's gone to the 1st of the 4th, 1980. That's because it was built in the 80s, and the earliest date it can think of to go to is the 80s. So, sorry, that's the 4th of January it's gone to, 1980. So that's the earliest date it knows, and it's gone to 1980. If you have any problems with your computer, probably the best advice we can give you is to get in touch with your manufacturer. Your PC should still work, though. Fingers crossed. Now, we did dredge up this antique video recorder, and it seems to be working fine. In fact, search though we did, we've not been able to find a video recorder that is affected by the bug. But if you're unlucky and yours is, try resetting it to today's date in 1973. That's our top tip, because that year had the same days of the week as the year 2000. Now, obviously, this isn't a perfect solution. It doesn't take into account leap years, but it should still record most of the programs you want it to. Okay, that's all I think from us at the moment.
Thank you. I have to say, you're worrying Jamie a lot. Because
what's the matter?
He's hysterical when he sees that bug
that you have on the back of the screen. I can see it over the back of my shoulder, and I just find it quite disconcerting.
And there was me thinking you were worrying about something electrical.
Yeah, I tell you what, Martine McCutcheon had the Millennium bug.
Did she?
Yeah, she filthy flu. She had it.
Everybody
had it. She was very worried about.
And poor Peter Snow.
Well, he's gone to bed now for a well-deserved sleep, I think.
Absolutely.
We'll see him again in the morning, but his voice...
Oh, he hardly had a voice, did he? And everybody's been coughing and spluttering everywhere. We share here. We share them.
Absolutely. Right, well, we've got a very exciting midnight coming up because it's in New York. And I think we can go over to Brian Barron, who's in New York. He's quite near Times Square. Brian, where are you?
I'm right in the middle of Times Square, in fact, on a remarkably smooth evening so far, with about 2.5 hours to go before a huge crystal ball comes down and says the Millennium has reached the Big Apple.
And Brian, they're expecting an enormous party there. How many people do you think are there? They were talking about maybe 1 million, maybe more would be coming.
It's probably 1 million, very difficult to quantify because of the pretty tight control the police are exercising. They've got everything channeled north and south of here, running up towards Central Park and also towards the downtown. But they've got various sections cordoned off, and they've also declared the whole of this part of Manhattan an alcohol-free zone. So far, people are pretty happy. It's quite a family occasion, but we haven't had any real violence, which, you know, some years ago used to be a characteristic feature of New Year's here. This one is going very smoothly so far, and no problems to report at all.
Well, that's very good news. Now, tell us, Brian, about the tradition of dropping that ball, which I think started, 90, maybe more years ago. How did that start?
It started in 1906 when the man who owned the New York Times hit upon the idea. The Times, in fact, gave its name to this square. Originally it was called Longacre Square, then it was renamed Times Square, and hit upon the idea of this huge silver crystal ball balanced on the top of a flagpole. In fact, it's only about 100 yards behind me on the top of one of the skyscrapers. Right at the beginning, the idea was to indicate the new year arriving, in this case, of course, the new millennium, by slowly letting the ball fall. It takes exactly 60 seconds, and at that time, on this occasion, now at the end of 1999 in New York City, the mayor, Rudy Giuliani, is going to press the button, and the ball will come down, and then there'll be a huge fireworks display just up the road from here in Central Park.
Okay, and Brian, New Yorkers always say that theirs is the New Year's Eve capital of America. Do you think that's right? Because Washington say they've got an enormous fireworks display going on as well.
I don't think they feel modest at all in this town. They rather regard themselves as the capital of the world. But frankly, on the basis of what the hundreds of thousands around here have seen on the big TV screens lining Times Square, what they saw from Paris and London, I'll be very surprised if what's going to go on here really quite matches up to that in terms of the firepower and so on.
Okay, well, we'll leave you to get back to your party, Brian Barron. Thanks very much.
Amazing. Do you know, I was actually lucky enough a few years ago to celebrate New Year's Eve in New York.
Oh, it must have been amazing, was it?
It was fantastic, I have to say.
It's an alcohol-free zone.
I know.
Doesn't make it sound so fantastic.
But there's no trouble.
No trouble at all.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that. I mean, what is that thing
there?
we were talking about? This huge, it's just a glitter ball, right? Is that all it is?
Yeah,
That's
and
the
it is
kind of thing that you
amazing.
have
It
in
takes-
Cinderfella
yeah.
Rockefellers on
No,
the
but
old
it's
Kent
bigger.
Road.
It's huge.
And it's covered in Waterford crystal this time. It's a
It's a
different ball to the
specially
ones
made
they've
one, a
been
new
dropping.
one.
Very special ball this time.
An alcohol-free zone. Anyway, we're now back in the UK, and it's time for some more mellow music from the Millennium Party at Greenwich earlier on tonight. And while you're watching and enjoying the music, why not just make one little relaxing, life-changing call to the Children's Promise? The free number is 0800 10 60 10. That's 0800 10 60 10. Meanwhile,
I was dreaming of the past, and my heart was beating fast. I began to lose control. I began to lose control. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy. I was feeling insecure. You might not love me anymore. I was shivering inside. Oh, I was shivering inside. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry that I made you cry. I didn't want to hurt you. I'm just a jealous guy.
Sithi izelwe inkosi yamakhosi mama mama wami mama wami kwabasakho vunulo phelele sisho ngaphimbolini sithi izelwe inkosi yamakhosi qinisile umprofeti Yenaso sonke silandele khona sizovumela yimsile profeti indleko nazo sonke silandele khona sizovumela yimsile kampela kansile mama bo indleko nazo sonke silandele khona sizovuma kala savezwa besho kala savezwa besho sasa sabona nathi sabe sabe sisi yakhulumilo akala savezwa besho abantu aze sazibonela nathi encwadini eyigcwele akala sabezwa sakala
to the north of France. Britannia is out of bounds. Tell my mother, my darling clouds. The film is a sad before, 'cause I wrote it 10 times or more. It's about to be written again, as I ask you to focus on sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those kicking goals. It's a freaking show. Should play up the line. Oh man, moving up the line. Oh man, I wonder if you'll ever know. He's in the best show. It's alive.
Oh, that was wonderful. Annie Lennox singing that song, it was fantastic.
It was very good. It was
That was
very
really
good. Life
good.
on Mars, of course.
Yeah.
David Bowie.
Wonderful. And
Biggie.
also, now can you explain to me, were the Spice Girls actually there at Greenwich?
No, that was, there's a certain, tiny bit of artistic license there, Gabs. The Spice, that was specially recorded for the show. We had these huge screens on either side of the stage, and so they were kind of there, in spirit, if not necessarily in body.
Oh, right, okay, thank you.
And Brian Ferry as well.
No, yes, he was very attractive, yes, and don't embarrass me, thank you very much. Jamie,
Must
now
have
it's
been
time
the
to go
gloves.
up to Tony Robinson. He's going to hopefully be bringing us pictures from Argentina. Is that right, Tony?
Yeah, that's right. Over the next few minutes, we're going to be seeing midnight ticking away all over South America. First of all, Argentina. We're going to have a look at that now via our world view. Yep, here we are. We're in Ushuaia City. This is the southernmost city in the whole world. It's midnight, but it's quite light, isn't it? This is dancer Julio Boca and Eleonora Casano. Ushuaia City is on Argentina's Tierra del Fuego province coast, on the Beagle Channel, named after Darwin's boat when he sailed through it on his way to discover the origin of species. This is imaginatively entitled Tango 2000. I always used to think that the tango was this highly respectable dance, but actually it had a very disreputable start. It was created in the brothels of Argentina. Immigrants arrived from Europe and from Africa and mixed together and created new rhythms from both cultures, and the tango was born. It was originally the dramatized story of the relationship between a prostitute and her pimp. Remember to tell Angela Rippon that. Fantastic orchestra conducted by Lito Vitali. And now the countdown to the Argentinian midnight. And more fireworks. Firework manufacturers must have made a bomb this millennium. These are the fireworks from Argentina, from Ushuaia City, the southernmost capital in the world, illuminating the Beagle Channel. And more dancing. This time it's a pop tune called Matador. This is Uruguay. This is the capital, Montevideo. This is Uruguayan singer-composer Jaime Rus and his band La Doble. A song called Durazno y Convención, which is all about the street corner that he lived in when he was growing up. From the age of 4, he used to play on that street corner with his little mates. This music's got the murga rhythm, which is the kind of music that the Uruguayans play in their Mardi Gras.
Justicia y la libertad se nos viene, fin de siglo, festejamos el domingo, dedicamos este brindis a un planeta más feliz. De esta tierra, un saludo de Uruguay, un saludo por un futuro de armonía y libertad. De esta tierra, me saluda el carnaval.
Now, in a minute, we're hoping to go over to Chile. And what's really a bit creepy is that the pictures from Chile are coming from the presidential palace. And it was in 1973 that the presidential palace was strafed by the military. The elected president, Allende, was inside it, and the military said, we're going to take over, and you can either come out and surrender, or we'll bomb the palace. And he chose not to come out, and he died. And it was at that time that General Pinochet took over. And if any of the younger viewers are wondering what all the fuss was about, as far as Pinochet is concerned, you ought to have been around when the BBC were putting out stories after the death of Allende, of all the stories of torture and persecution and death and terrible disappearances that took place. But now Chile's got a fragile democracy, and we'll be able to see some of the celebrations that are taking place from there. But we're not going to be able to show you them right now. I hope you'll be able to see them a little bit later on. So instead, we'll go back to Sean. Sean.
I think it's Now Clippers. Yeah, Now Clippers.
Good morning. Throughout the world, billions of people have been celebrating the start of year 2000. Here, tens of thousands converged on city centres the length of the land to enjoy fireworks, street parties and concerts. According to the police, the festivities have passed without any serious problems.
As Big Ben chimed in the new millennium, London's skyline exploded into life. 29,000 tonnes of fireworks creating a kaleidoscopic sensation witnessed by hundreds of thousands of revellers along the banks of the River Thames. And at the Dome in Greenwich, with the party well underway, the Queen linked arms with the Prime Minister for the more traditional sing-along. Celebrations for which the Archbishop of Canterbury reminded the nation of the spiritual significance with the simplest of prayers.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Around Britain, people were determined to make this a night to remember. Hogmanay swelled the noisy streets of Edinburgh. And in Cardiff, the Millennium Stadium rocked to the sound of the Manic Street Preachers. A musical theme in Belfast too. But here the celebrations are also about a profound hope for peace in the new century. As the rest of the world shared in this once-in-a-lifetime experience, live television pictures were beamed to billions of homes. From Australia, where Sydney Harbour was engulfed in a spectacular fireworks display. More than 1 million people crowded the Champs-Élysées to watch the Eiffel Tower turn into a dazzling rocket-like torch. And within the past hour, Rio de Janeiro caught up with the celebrations as only it knows how with a beach party. And the party goes on. John McIntyre, BBC News.
President Clinton says he's looking forward to working with the acting Russian President Vladimir Putin following the resignation of Boris Yeltsin. Mr. Yeltsin resigned as president yesterday, telling the Russian people he's done all he can.
After years of fevered speculation about what would come after Boris Yeltsin, it all ended like this. Thank you very much, Vladimir Putin said, casually accepting the leadership of the world's largest country. The transfer of the secure briefcase containing the nuclear button and control of Russia's strategic arsenal came next. Tonight, Vladimir Putin made his first presidential address at midnight, a new face for the new millennium. There will be no power vacuum, he said. There was a warning, too. Anyone who tries to act outside the constitution, he said, will be crushed. Boris Yeltsin leaves the stage much as he entered it, with a dramatic gesture that leaves his political opponents in bewildered disarray. Tonight, he becomes the first leader of this ancient nation to walk voluntarily out of office and into retirement. Alan Little, BBC News, Moscow.
Most of the hostages freed from the hijacked Indian Airlines plane have arrived back in Delhi. The 8-day crisis ended after India agreed to release 3 Kashmiri militants on condition the hijackers freed their captives. The 5 hijackers were driven away from the airport in waiting cars. The 155 hostages were then allowed off the plane and some were taken to hospital. The Indian government's been criticised for agreeing to the deal. And that's it for now. Let's get details of the important weather news from John Ketley. John.
Well, some people have got a teeny-weeny bit wet leaving the Thames and the Millennium Dove over the past few hours. We see some rain moving across the southeastern corner of the country, as you can see there, but fairly clear skies have followed on behind. But with those clearer skies, we are seeing a few fog patches. And also, we've got some icy roads, too, in that little ridge. Some showers still running across the far northwestern part of Scotland. So for the start of a new day, some sunshine to come, temperatures ranging from 0 perhaps in Edinburgh, some icy patches, I say, further south as well, and temperatures still up at 7 or 8 with some cloud across the southeastern corner of the country. But for the weekend itself, well, plenty of fine, bright weather coming through. There will be some rain, certainly today in Glasgow, and then some more persistent rain showing up in Glasgow and Northern Ireland as we go through the second half of the weekend. Temperatures ranging from about 5 to 8 degrees. And that's it from me just for now.
pleased to be able to tell you that we've managed to grab the pictures from Chile. I really wanted you to see these. This is midnight in Valparaiso. The singer's Javiera Parra, top female rock singer in Chile. She had a choir of 100 children with her. She was singing Gracias la vida, thanks for life. It's actually written by her grandmother, who was another well-known singer-composer. Great spectacle of a show, celebrating their hope for a better future after all the tragedies of the last 30 years. Now that's the presidential palace in the background. And during this song, these doors and windows slowly open to let in the light and the music and just this whole feeling that Chile is now an open society. So that's Chile. While I'm up here, let me remind you to phone in to the Children's Promise on 0800 10 60 10, and I'll be back soon to show you some pictures from Newfoundland, the first pictures of the Millennium in North America. Meanwhile, over to the studio.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Tony. So, the world has not ended. The dome was finished in time for the Millennium, and most importantly, people didn't stay in. Or did they? All around the country, people have been strutting their stuff at parties into the new Millennium. Earlier on, we sent out our intrepid, courageous reporter into the London nightlife, risking cold weather, traffic exclusion zones, drunken revellers, all for you, ladies and gentlemen. So I'd like you to welcome our very own party animal. He's here. It's Mr. Roland Rivron.
You see, there's the thing.
That'll be the champagne, Roland.
Thank heavens it's only once every 1,000 years.
So, I have to say, you look like you've had a good night. Where did you go?
I've had a bit of a night of it. I've been out and about. I've ducked, I've dived.
Right.
Yeah, I've been to a few places that you are quite familiar with. I'm thinking maybe Stringfellows.
My nan's house.
Your nan's house?
She's a bit of a party animal.
That sounds like a good place.
It's not good.
China Whites, which is Cockney rhyming slang for cab.
Right.
No, it's not. A few other places.
Right.
Started off at the Hilton Hotel, highest restaurant in the world.
OK, we did give you a camera to go with. Did you come up with anything for us?
Didn't spot a camera, mate. I was just full on having a great time. Peter Stringfellow gave me this. Look, watch. That's why he's 59.
Right. So you didn't make a film for us at all?
I don't know, I might have done.
Oh, I tell you what, though. I did speak to our cameraman earlier on, and he said you had a wonderful time together. And he said that you very kindly made this report for us.
Good stuff. Eager to watch. Always keen. I think it's nail clippers. Yeah, nail clippers. I don't know about you, but when I'm out for a Millennium bash, I like to start here, atop the Hilton Hotel, the highest restaurant in London, here in Park Lane. I'm here with the manager of the restaurant, Angelo. Angelo, I understand you've got a Millennium cocktail for the people.
Absolutely. Sean, my bartender, has created a cocktail of champagne, dry sherry, and blue curacao, decorated with this star fruit. I mean, it looks fascinating.
This looks excellent. Can we say chin chin, cheers?
Well, chin chin.
Obviously not back in one, but... How long ago were people booking up to be here?
I have taken booking personally on my private book 3 years ago.
Excuse me, sir, what's a man like you doing in a place like this?
Well, we thought we'd go to New York about 6 months ago, and then we decided that the grass is greener on the other side and that we'd actually stay in London.
This Millennium dinner here, is it a big deal for you?
A very big deal.
In what way?
Because we are very, very special friends, known each other since we were 15 years of age.
And this is a regular haunt for you since you were 15?
No, this is our first time here. We've had to save 4 years for this.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I just hope it's going to be good. When did you book to come and have a meal here?
3 years ago.
3 years ago?
Yes.
You were in flares?
Absolutely.
It was the King's Road?
Yes, it was actually.
And where do you go on from here? Where's next?
Oh, I think we're in London, so there's the Thames everywhere.
You're going to go in the Thames?
No.
I admire your spirit.
No.
Trouble is, starting off with the highest restaurant in London, the only way is down. Down but not out. Not if you're a member of a very exclusive nightclub. It's called China Whites. Hello, I'm expected. Excuse me, coming through. Bit of rope stress. Never mind. There you go. All lovely. Hello, I'm expected. Hello. Yeah, I'm wearing underpants. So, Patrice. Hello, madam. What's special about this place that sets it apart from the other places?
This is karma, positive karma. Everything we've done to have good vibes about the place, which is the opposite of tonight, where we're very devilish.
It's very, very exclusive, though, isn't it?
It is very exclusive. We try to have the right kind of people coming in, so some stars do come in, but the normal people with the right attitude.
Did you get my membership form?
No.
You didn't?
Have a sip, try.
What's in it?
Vodka, different juices. And this is the chaser, which is absent.
Okay, I've just drunk far too much of that. Thing is, at the end of the day, it's all about friends, isn't it? You know, being with people you know. Peter! Peter! Oh! Oh! Yes! Let's go! Come on! Oh, yes!
Obviously, at that stage, it got XXX rated, and the censors that live upstairs have decided we cannot afford to see any more of Roland Riveron in what I imagine was Cabaret of Angels. I'm not familiar with the place.
It went underground.
I don't know. I'm guessing. Stringfellows.
It went underground. It went very craft work.
Right, industrial German.
Have I done this?
Do it again. Well, listen, you obviously had a wonderful
That rings a bell. I have done that. Yeah. So, are you going to go to any other clubs? Will we?
Are we going? I'm here till 7. What are your plans now? Are you going out now?
I'm just going to follow you like a hungry dog.
Right. And on that bombshell.
Yes, thank you very much, Roland. Now, we're going over to one of my favourite places on earth. We're going to go over to New York and some scenes from the wonderful musical that's going to be opening in the UK soon from Fosse here on Broadway.
Singing by dancing, bye-bye 99.
Here I go, swinging low. Bye, bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me, sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand late tonight, blackbird. Bye, bye. Pack up all my care and woe. Here I go, swinging low. Bye, 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 bye. Blackbird, where somebody waits for me. Sugar sweet, so is she. Bye, 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 bye. Blackbird, no one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. Make my bed and light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Blackbird. Make my bed and light the light. I'll be home late tonight. Leave your perch and take the sky. Toodaloo, farewell, bye-bye. Blackbird, blackbird. Go take a fly, a little blackbird. Bye.
Oh, wonderful!
I cannot wait to
Wonderful.
that. It's opening very, very soon.
Yeah, and
in
you were
West
doing a
London.
bit of your own Bob Fosse dance,
Well,
weren't you?
Bob
there?
Fosse was all about the hands and the clicking and the hands. Very simple outfits, the bowler hat, the hands and the
Was he the guy who did Chicago?
Yes, well, the original choreography for Chicago.
Chicago. Did he do this? Chicago.
No, and-
Did he do those hand movements? Were they his?
Yeah, just like that, Jamie.
Chicago.
Yeah.
It's a shame you couldn't see Gabby, really, because she really
She
was
was going.
giving it
Very
some,
lucky
wasn't
you
she?
couldn't see.
She was doing
giving it
that.
some. Yeah, and the hat. She was pretending
Oh, so
she
we
had
were all
the
trying
hat.
to do that. Go on.
Yeah, I
Go
can't
on,
click my
Jamie.
fingers.
You
Pointless.
did it.
No, pointless.
I can't do
I
that
can't even click
wrist
my
thing.
fingers. let
Don't be
alone-
silly. You don't like bugs, you can't click your fingers, you're not much of a man, Jamie
Useless,
Theakston, quite
useless.
frankly.
Now, there is nothing like a Broadway musical, and some would say it's one of America's greatest contributions to global culture. But who have we got to thank for discovering America in the first place? Well, Christopher Colombo is on the case.
One man on a voyage that will change the story of mankind.
We have arrived. The new world. We claim this land in the name of Spain.
Terrific. Now my shoes are all muddy.
That was that comedy sketch from
Love
Helen
that
Pace.
comedy sketch. I'm still reeling from the abuse I took from Gabby Rosden a little bit earlier on, before we went to that comedy
that's
sketch.
just the start of
Saying
it.
that
We've
you're
got
not
hours
all
to go.
man.
It doesn't surprise me that you've had several male co-presenters who've had to go their way, and yet you're
Oh no,
still
but they're
here.
coming back.
Are they?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you got to go?
Another
9 hours, 40 minutes.
another 10 hours. There we go. Another 10 hours to go.
Okay, where are we going next? Any idea?
I think we're going to go to Newfoundland soon.
Oh, no, not
we
quite
are,
yet, not
which
quite
will
yet.
be very not yet, but very soon, and that will be the first time that it hits the North America. I mean, it's
North
actually on the east coast of Canada. It's right over the
Is
tip
it on the
of the
far
east
side?
coast
My
of
geography is
Canada.
absolutely hopeless. Is it like south of Vancouver? Because I know that's on that. Am I on the
Okay.
right side?
Canada's here.
I'm with you there,
Newfoundland,
Sean.
little island here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and apparently the first place that'll see dawn is going to be Cape Spear, which is right on the edge of the eastern tip.
Is that
So it should be
lumberjacking
quite
territory?
good. Lumberjack. Well, it's actually a big fishing area in Newfoundland. So I think that the celebrations at midnight are going to involve fishing boats and fireworks and
Damn, I
comedians
wish
on
I could be
boats
there if they're going to do a lot of fishing as their major celebration.
And then you'd be more of a man, of course.
I'd be more of a... What is this thing that you have?
Do you know the Newfoundland dogs? The big, wonderful
Yeah, no. Are they the ones that look like St. Bernards, but they're bigger than that?
Yeah, and they look like giant teddy bears.
Right.
They're wonderful. They're also from Newfoundland.
So let's see. Okay, I know that we're going to go to Newfoundland soon, very hopefully, but let's see what we've got so far. It's going to be great. We have big dogs that look like teddy bears, maybe a lot of fishing. So I tell you what, I'm going to look forward to that.
As well. They were talking, although I don't know whether it's going to happen, about Viking ships. Yeah. But I don't know whether we're going to get it or not.
Vikings couldn't have made it up there. I thought they were only on the...
No, but I think we can go to Tony Robinson and find out exactly what is going to happen.
He'll know.
Yeah, very special pictures now. The first pictures of a midnight in North America. Let's have a look at Newfoundland. This is St. John's, capital of the Isle of Newfoundland.
This is where you wanna be, so put your boots up in the corner, hang your jacket from the door. There's 30 people up in the kitchen, and there's always...
I think this is the American comedian Sean Majumdar. Now that was a Mickey take of the theme to the Titanic, My Heart Will Go On, which was originally sung by another Canadian, Celine Dion. Bit of an ironic way to start the millennium, isn't it? With the theme tune from the Titanic. There's St. John's. And the countdown is about to start.
People of planet Earth, my name is Sean and I am your friend. We are going to be bringing in the new millennium, the first here in North America. People have been streaming down these hills. It's going to be such an awesome party. People are spilling out all over the place. This is unbelievable. I'm so excited. Everybody here. It is so beautiful. I've never felt anything like this, and I'm so honored to be a part. I mean, to be a human being involved in this celebration here on this planet, I can't ask for anything more. Guys, if I could say anything to the world right now, I'd say love. Wouldn't you say love? Love is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, we're getting real close. We're getting very close, and I'm not 100% sure how close we are. We're 2 minutes away. We're just 2 minutes away, people of the world, from North America, bringing in the new millennium. Everybody is getting very excited here. I want to show you something. If we could just have this right here. These two people just got engaged. How do you feel? Show them the rock. Show them the rock. Just got engaged. Isn't that beautiful? First the new millennium. I want to be the first in the new millennium to do this move. So beautiful. The people are still coming down to the harbor front. They're spilling all the way down. There's somewhat around 100,000 people down here on the waterfront. And it's unbelievable. The energy down here, spectacular. We've been seeing so much all day today, whether it was in Kiribati, to New Zealand, all the way to Germany, Switzerland, Russia, and now, St. John's, Newfoundland. That sounds so cool. St. John's, Newfoundland, the first in North America. And you know what? The rest of Canada,
he's doing a grand job filling in for the last 2 minutes before the countdown.
Like, I mean, this is our party. We're down to 1 minute.
There are presenters all over the world with their hands over their ears because they can't hear their director properly.
Till the new year.
Ladies and gentlemen, Newfoundland and Labrador welcomes the new millennium to North America in 60 seconds. 60 seconds to the new year 2000. 60!
countdown to the first new year on the North American continent. These are live pictures from Newfoundland. And their countdown to the Millennium. Happy New Year, Canada. And now they'll start their big show with choirs and dancers and acrobats and fiddlers. And they'll sing Auld Lang Syne and they'll have their traditional Newfoundland songs. And pretty soon we'll have the first sunrises from Africa. Well, we're now joined in the studio by Juliet Morris, who up till now has been out in London at the Dome. We saw it all here, of course, but was it as great as it looked, Juliet?
Well, it was actually, Tony, yeah. It was pretty fantastic. The ceremony at 11 o'clock was great. It was, yeah.
It was so
and I'm glad it was, because actually there'd been such a big build-up to it. And there was, I mean, the coordination in trying to pull something like that off.
Well, all the people that didn't get their tickets, they were all stuck.
No, that was a shame, because a lot of people who turned up weren't that happy. I think they were all right by the end, but there were a lot of sort of grizzling and grumbling going on, because some people had to queue for hours to get these tickets.
So what happened this was actually at the Dome, outside the Dome?
No, it wasn't. These tickets were supposed to have turned up yesterday or the day before, and apparently some were being sent by courier, so that if the people, because of security, for obvious reasons, if those people to whom the tickets were addressed weren't there, the tickets went back to the post office, and of course all the post offices
Julie, I'm going to have to interrupt you, because Tony, I understand something exciting is happening up there with you.
Yeah, the first dawn is breaking over South and Sub-Saharan Africa, and what you're seeing now is the sunrise from Robben Island.
Shake the essence of the song, and the beat of the African drum is whispering.
These are live pictures coming to you from South Africa.
Loud and deep.
We're just waiting for the sunrise at this moment. This isn't actually the live pictures, I don't think. I think this is the little introduction before them. We're just waiting for the lives now, just as soon as the sun rises. The first dawn of the Millennium over South Africa. And we're going to see sunrise at Robben Island, just off Cape Town, where, of course, Nelson Mandela was imprisoned for so many years. It's actually an island with a terrible history. First prisoners were recorded as being there in the 16th century, put there by the Portuguese, and for centuries after that, prisoners were incarcerated on Robben Island. Of course, between 1961 and 1991, there were 3,000
In the sky,
male freedom fighters there.
sunrises are making gods of honor, for birds to sing the tune of joy, reigning in our continent. Music was born in Africa laughing. The fertile womb of motherland knows all, lying on the pastures of their own creation.
The guy reciting that poem was John Carney, who's a great actor, a great friend of British actors, and someone who we all deeply respect because he's struggled against apartheid for years and years and years. Unfortunately, the sunrise still hasn't quite come up, but we'll be there when it does. For the moment, back to you in the studio.
Thank you very
Thanks, Tony.
much. Thank you very much indeed. Now, we're actually going to go over live now to Edinburgh and see the clean-up in the streets, see how Edinburgh's looking after the party.
Okay, well, welcome back to Edinburgh. We're on Princess Street. As you can tell, the party's finished, but if you have a look up here, you can see there's one or two revellers still on the go. You might be coming back from a party, you might have your feet up, you might be at home, but spare a thought, listen to that, for the guys who have to do the real work. One of whom is with me right now. This is Chris Mackay. He's the supervisor of the Edinburgh City Centre Task Force.
That's correct, yes.
Right. They're the guys who have to clear up after the party here. So is this a kind of nightmare job?
Very much, very much.
This is your first year doing it,
Yes,
I
my
think.
first year on it, yes.
Right, how did you manage to draw such a short straw?
It's just my rotational shift.
Right, so bad luck, basically.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, I mean, he has to clean up, as you can imagine, a huge amount of stuff throughout the night. What kind of volume?
We're talking about 60 tonnes of litter.
60 tonnes,
Yes.
mostly shaped like bottles, I
Yes.
think. And also some of this lot, I should think, before the end of the night. So, how long is the shift for the guys?
7 o'clock at night till half 6 in the morning.
7 o'clock to half
6 in the morning.
And then there's another shift comes on in the morning, and I'm going to get in that van and see what it feels like right now.
One of the first lessons you always learn in live television is just don't leave the camera and allow lots of drunken fools just to stand there
at 3:30 on Millennium Eve,
in the
yes.
morning. Yeah. Anyway, let's go a bit further north and find out how the Shetland Islands have been celebrating.
The one thing you're always assured of in Shetland in a cold night is a warm welcome. They don't call it first foot. They call it Himmelblut. Hello, Happy New Year! You got a party going in there. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Hello! Off you go! 1, 2, 3. more.
Jamie.
I can't dance.
You can't.
And I guess you're going to know.
I was trying to
Yes,
make
and
you do the Fosse stuff before you would do that.
I can do hand jiving, I guess.
David Dimble was doing hand dancing.
Was
to the
he?
samba, yes. It was...
Actually, we were all waiting because he did say earlier on that he was going to samba, didn't he?
Yeah, no, he's really into that, yeah. But
Did he do it for
There
you?
was a little... He did a little leg movement, but a lot of it was hand, which is obviously what you do.
No, I can't dance at all. I never even would claim to. Never would claim. Don't look at me like that. In fact, don't look at me at all. Let's go and have a look at what's happening in Leeds.
I'm not looking.
We're still here in Chapeltown. We've got dancers outside. We've got some fantastic musicians inside there called Rockstown. They're a mixture of reggae and jazz. And now for you, we've got a special treat. Michelle Scally-Clark, who is a slam poet, and she's going to give us her rendition of a number called Bright New Day. Take it away, Michelle.
Hey, woman down. Ghetto girl. It's called A Bright New Day. A bright new day, and it's for the millennium. It's for the black people, and the white people, and the Irish people, and the Welsh people, and the Scottish people, and all the people that come from the people, that come from the Adamites, that come from the Wunnerai, that come from Mother God, that come from. It's a bright new day, sun is wet, it's okay. A bright new day, on its way, it's okay. The baby's born, it's on its way, it's okay. I know the baby's born, I know the adults die, I know the rain comes through, myself and you. It's okay. It's okay. I'm talking from my roots. I'm taking from the earth. I'm talking from my seed of destiny. Nevis, I'm talking from the right. I'm talking in the time. I'm walking side by side. Myself, my God divine. I know the time is here. Know the time is true. Know I have to be true to me. I know the time is.
Thank you for that. All sorts of things going on all over the country. Coming up, we've got all the Caribbean midnights. But first, here's a news summary with Sean.
Good morning. Around the world, billions of people have been celebrating the start of the year 2000. Here, tens of thousands converged on city centres the length of the land to enjoy fireworks, street parties and concerts. According to the police, the festivities have passed without any serious problems, and fears that computers might crash during the switch to the new year have so far proved unfounded.
As Big Ben chimed in the new Millennium, London's skyline exploded into life. 29,000 tons of fireworks creating a kaleidoscopic sensation witnessed by hundreds of thousands of revellers along the banks of the River Thames. And at the Dome in Greenwich, with the party well underway, the Queen linked arms with the Prime Minister for the more traditional sing-along. Celebrations for which the Archbishop of Canterbury reminded the nation of the spiritual significance with the simplest of prayers.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Around Britain, people were determined to make this a night to remember. Hogmanay swelled the noisy streets of Edinburgh. And in Cardiff, the Millennium Stadium rocked to the sound of the Manic Street Preachers. A musical theme in Belfast too. But here the celebrations are also about a profound hope for peace in the new century. As the rest of the world shared in this once-in-a-lifetime experience, live television pictures were beamed to billions of homes. From Australia, where Sydney Harbour was engulfed in a spectacular fireworks display. Paris, more than 1 million people crowded the Champs-Élysées to watch the Eiffel Tower turn into a dazzling rocket-like torch. And as if to symbolise 2,000 years of history and the hopes of new generations, a young Palestinian mother cradled her new baby, born in Bethlehem this historic night. John McIntyre, BBC News.
President Clinton says he's looking forward to working with the new acting Russian President, Vladimir Putin. It's emerged that Mr. Putin has travelled to Chechnya to visit troops fighting in the conflict there. Boris Yeltsin resigned as president yesterday, telling the Russian people he'd done all he can.
After years of fevered speculation about what would come after Boris Yeltsin, it all ended like this. Thank you very much, Vladimir Putin said, casually accepting the leadership of the world's largest country. The transfer of the secure briefcase containing the nuclear button and control of Russia's strategic arsenal came next. Tonight, Vladimir Putin made his first presidential address at midnight, a new face for the new millennium. There will be no power vacuum, he said. There was a warning, too. Anyone who tries to act outside the constitution, he said, will be crushed.
Boris Yeltsin leaves the stage much as he entered it, with a dramatic gesture that leaves his political opponents in bewildered disarray. Tonight, he becomes the first leader of this ancient nation to walk voluntarily out of office and into retirement. Alan Little, BBC News, Moscow.
Most of the hostages freed from the hijacked Indian Airlines plane have arrived back in Delhi. The 8-day crisis ended after India agreed to release 3 Kashmiri militants on condition the hijackers freed their captives. The 5 hijackers were driven away from the airport in waiting cars. The hostages were then allowed off the plane and some were taken to hospital. The Indian government's been criticised for agreeing to the deal. And that's it for now. Time now for the details of the weather with John Ketley. John.
Thanks, Sean. Well, it's been a bit dribbly across the southeastern corner over the past 2 or 3 hours, but skies are clearing now. The main problem is, of course, with these clearer skies that we are seeing some fog forming and indeed some icy patches too. So temperatures are falling pretty close to freezing up at Edinburgh. Generally speaking, well down into single figures now, and this chillier weather is with us for the weekend, in actual fact. We are going to see a fair amount of sunshine during Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures, though, could be kept down, particularly on Sunday across the southeast, to about 4 or 5 degrees with some fog, which may well be rather slow to clear, actually. Elsewhere up in the north, we're going to see some rain across in Glasgow, 8 degrees here, and similarly some rain coming into Belfast on Sunday, a similar sort of value at 8 degrees. Now, going across the pond, because we're about to see midnight over there in the States, a rather chilly start in New York, temperature about 10 degrees, actually. 7 degrees for Chicago, rather warmer, of course, once you get down to Miami. That's very nice, isn't it? 26 degrees during the day on New Year's Day. 26 degrees is 79 Fahrenheit in Albany. Not so good in Seattle, just 6 degrees there with some rain to come. That's it from me, just for now.
No, John Ketley, we want you to come and join us, please.
Oh, thank you,
Come
Gabby.
on.
Yes, of course I will.
Come and sit over here because we want to find out what you thought of...
I'll just
yeah,
throw
no,
me-
leave your little
Leave your clicker
doofer
there, John.
I'm on my way.
around. To know what you thought of all the pictures that you've been seeing from around the world, and also
Fantastic.
what the Millennium has in store for us in weather-wise.
Weather-wise?
Yes, come and sit
Well,
down.
we're on the global warming theme, aren't we, of course? The global warming theme's certainly with us, and we've seen the hottest year in England and Wales.
Is that really
Well, you
happening
wouldn't
though,
think so,
John, or
really.
is that a myth?
Well, you see, you play cricket, don't you, Jamie?
Yes,
Like
we have
I
played
do.
before.
So we have played before. It didn't seem a very good summer, but of course it's all averaged out over 365 days. One more this year, of course, being a leap year. But averaged out over 365 days, it was actually the hottest, the warmest, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
England
what have
and
you
Wales.
thought of all the pictures you've seen coming in from all
Super.
around the
I
world?
was particularly impressed. Well, obviously London was wonderful. I was very impressed by the Eiffel Tower, though. I thought that
I
was
know, we
absolutely
all
wonderful.
think that was the best,
Yeah.
actually.
I do think it was the best, though. Sydney was good. I've got some friends over in Sydney who were there live to see that. So they must have had a great time, I should
Did you
think.
see them in the crowd then, John? You spotted
Didn't
them,
quite
did you?
pick them out, Gabby. No, eyesight's gone. At my age, it does. But it looked super in Sydney. But I do say Eiffel Tower. I think the Eiffel Tower one was absolutely magnificent.
So if France wins Miss World, then...
Oh, OK, then. But look,
Miss
London
France.
was still good, wasn't it? London was still super.
Well, I think we had wonderful celebrations all over the world, and music, of course, has been happening all over the world tonight. And not surprisingly, it's been one of the main ways people have celebrated the Millennium. Here's just some of what's been going on.
me to be the best I can. Give me a feeling, the love that I'm needing to make me a better man. And will it be there, the taste that reminds me I missed you all this time? You know I still care. I'm walking around in a circle like I'm blind. Oh, it's been so long, but I'm holding on. Disappointed or sad, if heaven doesn't exist, what will we have missed? This life is the best we've ever had. Thank you very much. Have a great 21st century. Good night.
Lovely.
Was just taken with Dame Kiwi Tukanoa then.
You were, weren't you?
I was. And also the fiddler. There's a fiddler, Ali Bain, who was on earlier, Celtic fiddler.
Yeah.
Very famous fiddler. 1994 he won an MBE and has provided fiddling for the likes of Hue and Cry and Eddie Reader.
Thank you.
How did you know
Thank
that?
you very much. You're a funny